Good day, everyone. My name is Pragio, and I'll be presenting the corporate background of BDO Unibank. So first, BDO is a full-service universal bank in the Philippines. It provides a complete of industry-leading products and services, including lending, deposit, foreign, broking, and trust investment, credit cards, corporate cash management, and remittance here in the Philippines. Through the local subsidies, the bank offers investment, banking, private banking, leasing, and finance. BDO's institutional strength and value-added product services hold the key to successful business relationship with the customers. Through the selective acquisition and organic growth, BDO has positioned itself for increased balance sheet strength and continuing expansion into new market as of December 31, 2020. BDO is the country's largest bank in terms of consolidated resource customers' loans and deposit. The core values of BDO is number 1, commitment to customers. Second is the commitment to a dynamic and efficient organization, commitment to employees, commitment to the shareholders. And then lastly, their mission is to be the preferred bank in every market we serve by constantly providing innovative product and flawless delivery of services. And the company background is the current performance last year is as of 2020 of March, BDO Unibank moved up to 7th place in Business World's Top 1,000 Corporation by gross revenue in the Philippines, emerging as the highest ranked bank of the annual list for 2018. The local business newspaper ranks company based on their gross revenue for the most recent year. In 2018, the bank delivered record net income of 32.7 billion, representing a 17% increase from its previous year earning. It's 31 billion guidance for the year, and making BDO the first Philippine bank to breach the 3 trillion mark in total asset. BDO income for the first 9 months of 2019, it's 32.1 billion from 21 billion. During the same period in 2018, this was driven by the bank expansion of recurring core revenues complemented by the sustained increase of fees, incomes, and life premiums. Over the years, we learned our growth strategy, strong business franchise, solid balance sheet, and executive. As the Philippines sustained its solid economic performance in 2020, we see the greater opportunity for us to serve the needs of emerging and bank segment of the population. And now I'll be discussing the Porter's 5 forces. Number 1 is bargaining power of suppliers. It's moderate. Typical bank suppliers only have ATM equipment, cards, and slips. They can adjust their prices according to the market conditions. Second is bargaining power of buyers. It's moderate also. The buyers are the bank's customer who can be either individual or business. Number 3, rivalry among competitors. It's high. Banks are actively competing with another whenever they pass and a wide range of products or creative strategies. Number 4 is threats of subsidies. It's low. There are no alternatives to financial services with the exception of non-banks with quasi-banking features. The threat of new entrants, it's low. There is a high capital requirement in the banking sector in today's fast-paced digital age. Establishing a bank necessitates a significant amount of capital. And for the internal environment or the finance, it will be discussing of one of my groupmates. Thank you for the listening.
I'm Eloisa Pangasinan, so let's move on to internal environment. Under the finance, BDO's team has the financial management experience to deliver innovative finance solutions and guide your business through implementation and optimization. They help elevate the finance function to meet the challenges of today and tomorrow, giving you the high-performance engine to power ahead. BDO assists in identifying challenges that are limiting the finance organization's performance and then identifying strategic financial process enhancements. Their cross-functional team has real-world industry expertise to tackle both large and minor difficulties. They can assist you in redesigning your financial systems or give interim management to help you complete existing improvement efforts. BDO offerings include the following. First is the finance organization design. Under it is the operating model assessment, process improvement and automation, system implementation and integration. Next is financial planning and analysis. Under it is the budgeting, resource allocation and forecasting, working capital management and cost management, and reporting and analytics. Next is the office of the CFO. Under it is the fractional and interim CFO, controller, shared services such as design, build, outsource, acquisition, divestiture, merger, and IPO support. What can you expect? Thoughtfully structured solution with disciplined delivery. The A-team professionals with real-life experience in finance roles. Minimal disruption to the business. Knowledge transfer for sustainable change. Pragmatic straight talk. So what are the business outcome? It can reduce costs, increase process efficiency and productivity, improve cost and profitability management, reduce risk exposure, greater visibility, and faster data-driven decision making. Next one is the operations. BDO's operations and supply chain management professionals work with you to strike the ideal balance between cost, service levels, agility, innovation, and risk. They help you transform your supply chain into an integrated value chain that drives competitive advantage. BDO work with companies of all sizes and sectors to improve operations and create resilience throughout the value chain. They can help you focus on a single functional area or alter your whole supply chain. BDO offerings include global value chain solutions. It integrates strategy development and solution for global value chains. Site selection and incentives. It maximizes investments in people, capital, and facilities. Network optimization. It aligns the network with business goals and opportunities to generate cost savings, harness efficiencies, improve customer service levels, and minimize disruptions. Next is the strategic sourcing and supplier performance management. It transforms procurement processes and de-risks the supply base. Develop and execute category strategies and manage supplier relationships throughout the contract life cycle. Next is the transportation management. It reduces transportation costs, enhance customer service, and enable dynamic planning. Next is the sales and operations planning. It increases the accuracy of demand forecasting, shorten lead times, and makes smarter decisions faster with integrated business planning. Next is the inventory management. It improves the replenishment planning, balance inventory and service levels, and optimize working capital investment. Next is the intelligent supply chain. It digitizes the supply chain to connect systems, processes, and data, increase end-to-end visibility, and capture hidden value. Operations transformation. It delivers new efficiencies, boosts productivity, and builds new capabilities by rewiring processes and re-architecturing your operating model. What you can expect. First is solutions and methodologies customized to you, a holistic perspective that avoids sub-optimization, deep industry-specific and cross-functional experience, well-defined milestones and outputs, your people empowered, your change you can sustain. The business outcomes are the cost savings and higher profitability. It can reduce risk and greater reliability, increase responsiveness and flexibility, improve customer service levels, and greater visibility, collaboration, and insight. Next one is the marketing. BDO Unibank Incorporation or BDO offers a wide range of commercial, investment, private insurance, and other banking solutions. It offers saving accounts, checking accounts, foreign currency saving accounts, debit and credit cards, personal and corporate loans, and derivatives and life and non-life insurance solutions. The bank services include realty management, leasing and financing, treasury, asset management, remittance, trade services, private banking, investment banking, and insurance brokerage, stock, brokerage, trust, and others. It caters to individual, corporate, and SME clients through branches, ATMs, remittance offices, correspondent banks, and representative offices in Europe, Southeast Asia, the Middle East, and North America. BDO is headquartered in Makati, the Philippines. Next one is the scope. First is detailed information on BDO Unibank Incorporation required for business and competitor intelligence needs. A study of the major internal and external factors affecting BDO Unibank Incorporation in the form of a SWOT analysis. Next is an in-depth view of the business model of BDO Unibank Incorporation, including a breakdown and examination of key business segments. Next is intelligence on BDO Unibank Incorporation's mergers and acquisitions, demanda, strategic partnerships and alliances, capital raising, private equity transactions, and financial and legal advisors. Next is news about BDO Unibank Incorporation, such as business expansion, restructuring, and contract wins. Next is the large number of easy-to-grasp charts and graphs that present important data and key trends. Reasons to buy is first is gain understanding of BDO Unibank Incorporation and the factors that influence its strategies. Second is track strategic initiatives of the company and latest corporate news and actions. Third is assess BDO Unibank Incorporation as a prospective partner, vendor, or supplier. Next is support sales activities by understanding your customers' businesses better. Next one is stay up to date on BDO Unibank Incorporation's business structure, strategy, and prospects.
My name is Jean Gain, and so for BDO's Unibank SWOT analysis, BDO's strength hold the key to its successful business relationships with their customers. On the front line, BDO has one of the largest distribution networks with 740 operating branches and over 1,500 ATM nationwide. Through selective acquisitions and organic growth, BDO has positioned itself for expansion into new markets. And for BDO's Unibank weaknesses, due to its limited international presence, the BDO has not yet expanded into most of the geographical areas of Asian region, and it is also having a limited presence in rural areas, and some branches pose inconsistencies with regard customer service. BDO turn their weaknesses and threats as their opportunities and become strength of their company. Next one is their opportunities. One of the BDO's opportunities is they can expand their company to foreign markets by taking advantage in the Asian integration. Global tie-ups can boost the bank presence abroad. Another effective option would be merged with another banks. And lastly, one of the obstacles or threats of BDO is the limited presence internationally. BDO has not yet expanded into most of the geographical Asian region, and a big threat to BDO would be the tight competition in the market with Bank of the Philippines Island, known as BPI, and Metropolitan Banking Corporation, known as Metrobank, as its close rivals. The competitors of the BDO in the market are not just focused in domestic financial institutions but also in foreign banks.
Good morning, ma'am. I'm Argyllene Javier, and today I will be discuss the corporate level strategies of BDO Unibank. So, the corporate level strategies of BDO Unibank under growth is said to be the horizontal growth. In the year 2015, BDO Bank has decided to embark on another expansion project. This time, the expansion will be made on the horizontal rather than in a vertical plane. And with accordance to the BizBuzz, they learned that the country's largest private financial institution has acquired a building adjacent to its Twin Towers Salcedo Village headquarters in Makati City. It is said to be the pink colored Gercon Plaza that has been standing on Makati Avenue since the 1980s. The reason why BDO Bank decided to commence on another expansion project is due to its rapidly expanding financial arm of the sea business empire that needs more room to grow, as the two of the towers of BDO headquarters, which is the formerly head office of PCI Bank, that has become increasingly crowded lately. And since the owner of the Gercon Plaza, which is Gary Contreras, passed away without leaving any heir, BDO decided to make a pitch for the building to the businessman's surviving relatives. While under stability that the BDO uses post-proceed with caution strategy. According to the CEO of BDO, Mr. Tan, he said that the year 2019 was a good year from them. Their strong business franchise carried them through with good growth across all business lines as they work in the best interests of their customers, employees, communities, and even in shareholders. They were also able to extend their reach into more geographic areas, allowing them to cover a bigger market. And in addition, Mr. Tan also said that they were affected by the delays in approval of government's budget at the beginning of the year, which resulting to uncertainty throughout, and the effect was a slowdown in the rate of economic activity. So furthermore, given the industry quick growth in terms of technology and changing client preferences, the challenges was to remain nimble and adaptable in order to cope with these technological advances. That is why they continue to invest in technology and analytics to help them become more flexible and have a better understanding to their consumers and being more responsive to the market development. Therefore, under retrenchment, BDO used turnaround this strategy. BDO Unibank, since it is the country's largest lender, the owner said that he had no intention to reduce its workforce, but it will continue to let rid of unproductive employees as usual. BDO President Nestor Tan also stated that we think that the Philippine economy will be able to recover from the pandemic's impact. He also added that we want to guarantee that we have enough production capacity to take advantage of this rebound. And as of the end of 2019, the BDO Group, which is managed by the C family, employed a total of 38,510 people, and 32,631 of whom were hired by the banking business. Mr. Tan also explained that we dealt with the competitive concerns on a regular basis, and we don't have need COVID to have us take the action against the non-performers. In anticipation of the disruptive impact of COVID-19 epidemic, BDO has, set aside an extra 20,000 billion in provision for potential loan losses. But on top of that, 2.1 billion was set aside in the first quarter. The delinquencies are expected to rise this year, and with accordance to the bank, due to disruption in company activity, they restricted corporate liquidity, reduced consumptions level, and even the economic contractions.
Good day, I'm Vanessa Velasco, and I will discuss about the strategic alternatives and recommended strategy. First one is growth strategy. The advantage of this is that the BDO Unibank has the best capital indicators regardless of the criterion. Consumer demand is a steady economic driver. BDO Unibank's expansion in the country has resulted in comparatively high-paying jobs, and possibilities can also be found in the tourist, entertainment, and technology industries. And next one is the disadvantage of this growth strategy. So one of the most significant disadvantage of time deposit investments of BDO Unibank is that the money are non-liquid. Liquid funds are those that can be withdrawn at any time without incurring further fines or expenses. So for example, users with savings account will be allowed to withdraw funds at any time without incurring penalties. Customers with deposit accounts, on the other hand, who withdraw money before the maturity date will charge a penalty or will not be required to pay release charges if they need to remove their deposit funds before maturity. Next is stability strategy. Pause or proceed with caution strategy. So the advantage of this strategy is conducted by BDO Unibank to look at the market condition before moving in advance with a complete and grand strategy. It is suitable to BDO Unibank because this kind of strategy is about strategic action, where till the best opportunity knocks the door. Thus, waiting for the right strategy or waiting for the right time. And the disadvantage of this strategy is it is definitely costly. It requires research and development, which incurs a high cost because R&D uses many resources for the sake of organization. It is also time-consuming, where it requires time to decide the whole process. And the last one is retrenchment. The advantage of this is that BDO has no intention to reduce its workforce, but it will continue to let rid of unproductive employees, but the BDO company has enough employees and ready to cut those unproductive. So the disadvantage of this is that because of COVID-19 pandemic, BDO has set aside an extra 20 billion pesos in provision of potential loan losses on top of the 2.1 billion set aside in the first quarter due to disruptions in company activity, restricted corporate liquidity, reduced consumption levels, and economic contraction. The best strategic option for BDO Unibank among the presented alternatives is growth strategy. BDO Unibank expertise allowed them to expand their businesses. So BDO Unibank received utmost achievement by adding new branches all over the Philippines, investing acquisition, and also expanding Unibank product line.
We learned a lot of things and developed cooperation as we needed for this task performance, being responsible, and we manage our time well as we experience our tasks. BDO Unibank is a well-developed bank because of the use of advanced technology and provides a well-surrounded service. It expresses why BDO exists and the defining characteristic of our worldwide organization. It enables us to make better decisions for ourselves and all of our stakeholders, both individually and as a global company. BDO Unibank has limited presence in rural and international industry, but it became wide here in the Philippines. BDO find a ways and has opportunities that can merge to other banks and it can expand to the world.